Now let's be real, if you're waking up every day and you're checking things off, you're working on them, well, chances are that it's not that you're lazy, but you've been stuck in a loop that steals your energy. So what you need is that you need to find a purpose you're working for, something that challenges you, something that gets you to that next level. You need something real to chase. Now, be honest with yourself. When you wake up, what do you do first? If you reach for your phone before you even take a breath, your brain is already filled with all kinds of highlights, social media, you're scrolling through content. You're not even getting yourself a moment to relax and think about the potential things you could do during the day. Instead, put your phone away. Do something that gets you going, whether it's, going for a morning jog, taking a cold shower, in general having healthy morning habits that make you excited about making progress and working on important things during your day. Because if you spend your morning watching your phone and not doing anything important to you, it's gonna make you feel tired. You may feel like you have not recovered properly. However, the problem is not the fact that you didn't recover well. The real thing is that your brain is under constant distraction. And that's something that kills your ability to focus on your goals, focus on your mission. Is watching your phone really that important? Are you ready to spend your time on something that takes away from you, or on something that actually gives more to you? Because let's be real, if you spend your time in a poor way, so you don't focus on yourself, you just scroll through content, you gotta realize one very important thing. You will never get time back. You need to stop consuming garbage and focus on yourself. Focus on your goals, learning your skills, putting yourself outside your comfort zone, challenging yourself, and live for those moments when you feel that you finally accomplished something. That's a great feeling. Whenever you do something fantastic and you see clear progress, nothing can beat that. It makes you want to achieve more. So the more time and effort you put into working yourself and becoming better, the faster and more frequently you will see results. So let's say you're working on something important to you and you watch your phone every 10 minutes. What's the point of that? I can probably tell you that there's nothing to watch if you check your phone every 10 minutes. Instead, focus on what you're doing, give your tasks full focus, and if you feel at the end of the day that you're tired and that you've not been able to accomplish your tasks of the day and that your progress is not going forward, and you realize that you've spent a lot of time on your phone, you've basically convinced yourself overwhelmed. But the truth is that you are undercommitted. So whenever you set a new goal or something you want to do, and if it's something important, make sure you work on that immediately. You have to commit to working on things that are important to you, that actually help you to move forward. Because if you get distracted all the time, or let's say you're not disciplined enough to take action when you don't feel like you want to do it, it's gonna hurt your progress in the long term, because you have to force yourself and become mentally stronger to do things when you feel like you just want to rest. I'm gonna give you an example of myself. It's actually filming this video. I felt like I didn't want to do it today, but I know that if I do it today, I'm gonna thank myself later, because I'm gonna be able to put more effort into editing this video later during the week. That's why it's super important to commit to those things you've set for yourself as a goal. Because again, if you allow yourself to work on your important things later and you constantly postpone them, what's the point of that? Because you're again putting them away and not focusing on anything important. So basically, instead of just being unproductive and doing things that steal your energy, focus on something that gives you energy. Life is meant to be lived in a way where you can get the most out of you, enjoy your life, take risks. If you just spend your time on something unimportant, you're basically wasting your life. And what's the point of that? And I promise you, the faster you realize this thing, the easier it's going to be to take action, stay motivated, and actually build discipline over time to work on your important things. Don't get pressured and stressed about this. Pressure is not the problem, pressure is the path. You have to go through hard times, jump over obstacles to actually find ways of becoming better and getting to your goals eventually. That's why discipline only grows where resistance lives. And the reason you may feel so lost right now is because you've been avoiding doing that one thing that could actually put you on the right path and change your life in the right direction. Eventually that will get you move forward. It's gonna make you mentally stronger. And you're gonna appreciate your life so much more. You're gonna appreciate yourself more as a person. Now let's talk about a couple of things, how you can change your perspective and mindset to actually get excited about building discipline, moving forward, and forget about those things that drain your energy and stop scrolling pointless content. If you're addicted to something toxic, let's say you're always going through social media, you're smoking, whatever it is, change the way you think. Get addicted to something that will actually help you to move forward and make progress, whether it's going to the gym, building new skill, reading books. And it's such a funny thing because it works like compound growth. The more hours, the more effort, the more time you put in, over time you'll see bigger and bigger results all the time. Feeling addicted to doing good things that are important to you is like feeling addicted to being outside your comfort zone all the time. And that's what we want, because outside our comfort zones we're able to develop ourselves the most. And why consistency is so important is that you can build momentum over time. If you're not consistent, it's going to be harder to make progress over time because you're always cutting your momentum and you gotta always start over. So let me quickly ask you one thing. Is there something you wanted to work on or reach, but you still haven't started working on that? Is there anything that comes to your mind? If it's really something that you want to do, why have you been avoiding working on that? Because you gotta realize that if you're not able to put yourself in a position to start working on those things you want to try and do, you're never gonna get there. Nothing's gonna change. Because in order to reach your own goals and work on your own things, you're the only person who can actually force yourself to do that. Take action today and make that commitment that you're gonna work on those goals no matter what. Ultimately, over time, discipline creates energy. It allows you to have more control of your life. So that's why it's very important to become disciplined. The less you tolerate your own excuses, the more you wake up with purpose. Anyway, that being said, hopefully this was motivating and this got you some new perspectives on how to stay disciplined, how to move forward, and how to actually break away from being undisciplined and spending your time in a poor way. If you made it to the end, I highly appreciate you. Make sure you watch this video next. This is my most recent upload. If you're new to the channel, click here to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.